Hello friends. Today I will discuss the topic called 7 steps for success. For whom it is? This is for students, especially college students. So here 7 points are covered under this topic. Number 1 is necessity, next goals, next health skills, next computer, journey, YouTube channels. So here, what is the necessity of the topic? When it comes to the colleges, throughout the world, all educational institutions produce only employees or workers or slaves or dependents, or these people are considered as financially dependent people or category. There is another category in the society called employers. They are nothing but entrepreneurs. They can be called as companies or owners. These people are created by themselves with research, observation, skills, invention, innovation, or investment. There is a eternal rule in the world: companies are less, workers are more. So when this continues, the unemployment goes on increase throughout the world. To overcome this problem, the students have to think about creating companies instead of working in the companies. Next point, goals. Some students will have the goals like civil services, IES, CAT, GATE, Staff Selection Commission, etc. In the high populated country like India, where 140 crores population is there, the competition is very high, the number of jobs available is very less. So it is not good advice to waste time for these examinations for years together. They have to start working from the college days itself. If they get first time, they can use it. Otherwise, they have to look for entrepreneurship. In addition to this, to achieve any goal, there are 4 types of students. So for this, there are 3 parameters taken into account. One is interest, facilities or facility, and progress, means possibility. Some students will have the interest to study and they also have the facility. Then such people will definitely progress or they achieve their goals. There is another category called people have the interest but they do not have the facilities. But this can be overcome by having the help from friends, etc., so that they can progress in their life or they can achieve their goals. There is another category, students who do not have the interest on subjects or studies, but they have all facilities, but the progress cannot be expected or it is not ideal. There is another category called they have no interest, they have no facilities. In that case, the progress or reaching the goals is remote or impossible. So before they decide the goals, they have to look these 4 parameters and then they have to decide to study or not to study. Next, third point, health. To achieve any goal, it is necessary to have physical health and mental health. Body, physical body. So, as per World Health Organization, at present, there are two major diseases attacking the humans, that is circulatory diseases, the other is respiratory diseases. So to keep away the body from respiratory diseases, the solution is breathing exercises like Bhastrika pranayama for respiratory, and this keeps the brain very active. Whereas for circulatory exercises, gym is the perfect. And for this, if the gym is not available near to them, they can use the packed or compact exercise devices like Bulwarker, the companies like Jonex, which costs around 1440 or 1500. And these devices look like this. This is called Bulwarker and this is called double twister. So they cost less. With this also, they can keep their body fit. Coming to the food, many people think that to keep the body fit, they need to have the non-vegetarian food. It is not correct, especially for education. To keep the brain very active, it's always preferable to have the vegetarian food instead of non-vegetarian food. So calorie wise, we can see here 4 kgs mutton gives energy which is equal to the energy given by 1 kg of coconut meat. Similarly, 8 kgs of mutton energy is equal to the 1 kg of coconut copra. The cost of the vegetarian food is very less and digestion is very fast, so that the body will become very active. It's always active, so that it is useful for the studies. Next, coming to the mind or mental diseases or mental health. For most of the diseases, it is the psychology that is responsible. For good mental health, it is necessary to have the hormones balance. So there are several hormones in the body like dopamine, which is responsible for emotion. Similarly, there is another hormone called serotonin, which is responsible for happiness. There is another hormone called oxytocin, is responsible for love. So there is another hormone called melatonin, which produces which is produced in the deep rest or deep sleep and when the room is full dark, so that the liver starts working properly and eliminates or detox the body perfectly. Endorphin, this is one of the painkiller hormone. Similarly, there is another hormone called adrenaline, which is responsible for sadness, etc. in most of the students, there is a disorder called ADHD, attention deficiency hyperactive disorder. So because of this, they cannot concentrate on the studies, and for this there are two hormones responsible. One is called dopamine, the other is called adrenaline. So in the allopathy medicine, people will give the drugs like amphetamine and methylphenidate for short period. But if they are used for long time, even for short time also, they have the side effects called nervousness, means hands shivering, irritation, difficult to sleep, dizziness, vomiting sensation, loss of appetite. Like this, there are several disadvantages with these drugs. To overcome this problem with the concentration, first of all, the student should know how the mind works. So it is observed by a Japan scientist called Tony Boozer. From 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., the concentration level of human brain is 100%. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., it is only 60%. From 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., it is 20%. From 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., it is 40%. Again, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., it is 80%. And from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m., it is 60%. Whereas from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., it is only 20%. This is the human biology working or brain working times and their capacity, means percentage of concentration. And if we plot them in the form of graph, it looks like this. 4 to 7, it is 4 a.m. to 7 4 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., it is 40%. Again, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., it is 80%. From 10 p.m. to 12 p.m., it is 60%. From 12 p.m. to 4 a.m., it is 20%. And 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., it is 100%. And from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., it is 60%. Again, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., it is 20%. And we know the some students are intelligent, some are average, some are above average. So if you observe the concentration levels for different students, it appears like this. An intelligent student can concentrate 60 to 100%, means they have the 60% minimum and 100% maximum. Whereas above average student will have the 40% to 45% concentration, whereas average student will have the minimum 20%, maximum 25%. So knowing his capacity and knowing the functioning of the brain, they have to use the time for their preparation. The hormones production is also responsible for clarity in thinking, also responsible for human relations. So what is meant by human relations? So we can say there are four types of relations: self relation, family relations, friends, society. So it is better to talk about your self goals with your family members so that you will also know what is the family goals. And smiling is always better to talk with anybody. And controlling language is very important. Think twice before you talk with anybody so that you can avoid the conflict with the others. So next is friendship. So who are the friends? So this friendship means the relation with them should give what is called happiness. So these friends will come from childhood or classmates in the school or classmates in the college or from relatives or from the job workplace. And again in the friends there are two types of friends. Some will have the serious face, some will have the smiling face. There are friends who will have the serious face but they help you. There are friends who smiles always or they have the smiling face but they never help you. And if you can find a person smiling and helps you ever, then such person is said to be good friend. So you have to decide whether you have the good friend or bad friend or friend. So you can simply say human relations means never hurt, help ever. So in the same gender, suppose A, B, C, these are boys. If they A talk B and B talks C and C talks with A and there is no hate between them, even they are girls, if they talk A to B, B to C, C to A, they don't find any type of hate. This is called friendship. There is no hate there. Then what is love? This is called this exists normally with opposite sex and that leads to the hate. Suppose you look at this here B1 is boy and B2 is boy, G is girl. If this girl talks to the B1, normally B2 don't like. Similarly, if this girl talks to the B2, B1 do not like. Similarly, suppose there is a girl G1, girl G2, there is a boy called B. If G1 talks with boy B, then G2 hate the boy and girl. Similarly, similarly, so normally friendships exist among same gender, whereas love do not exist with the same gender. Love exists normally with the opposite sex, and there is always possibility of hate existence there. Next, another thing is called society. So what is society? So the people you may be known or there are unknown people. Both are they said to be society. And during studies, people think of sometimes about their future and marriage. So if they think about the marriage, they have to think the A, B, C, D, E, E, F. Number one is age. What is the age of other person? It should be less than 6 years. Age difference should be less than 6 years. So B is called beauty. C is compatibility. They should have the capacity to respect others' opinion. D, discipline. Next, education means qualification. Next, what is their earning? Next, F, family. What is their family background? Do they have the peaceful family or not? Discipline means it's nothing but not wasting the time. It's nothing but discipline. Broadly speaking, there are two types of skills. One is called the technical skills, or which are necessary, or you can say excellence is necessary in the technical skills. For engineering students, if the student have the certificates from NPTEL for all the curriculum subjects, so then we can say he has some level of excellence. Next, suppose the student is working on long-term basis for clearing examination gate, then such students also can expect excellence in their field. Suppose the goal of the student is to clear the gate. In that case, he must have the full details of that examination for the last 3 years minimum. Suppose let me consider here 2021, 2022, 2023. This is the 3 years data for this GATE examination. First of all, the student should know how many subjects are there for this GATE examination. So normally the number of subjects for the GATE is 12, and from each subject there are some minimum number of questions that comes in the GATE examination every year. So if you look at this general aptitude, in the 2021, 1 mark questions appeared are 5, whereas 2 mark questions appeared are 5, and total marks are 15. Whereas in 2022, for the same parameter general aptitude, the number of 1 mark questions are 5 and number of 2 marks questions are 5. Again, it is 15 total marks. And in 2023, the number of marks 1 mark questions on the general aptitude is 5, and whereas 2 mark questions are 5 and total marks are 15. Means it's almost constant every year. And coming to the engineering mathematics, under 1 mark it is 4 questions, under 2 marks 4 questions, and the total marks are 12. Similarly in 2022 and 2023. So similarly for electrical machines, for power system, for power electronics, control systems, network theory, signals and systems, electrical measurements, electromagnetic theory, analog electronics, digital circuits. The questions are coming like this. This data the student must know, and student should also know the prescribed textbooks for this or standard textbooks for these subjects right from beginning of the college, means from first year onwards. They have to concentrate as per their syllabus, as per this syllabus, and they have to practice questions on these subjects. continually for 4 years. So then when they write examination, it is very easy to clear the examination. Not only clearing, they will also get the good score. In addition to that, they should also know what is the cutoff mark for general category, for open uh, BC category, and SCs, STs, and PH. In 2023, the minimum mark for qualifying for general category is 30.3 marks, whereas for OBC it is 25 marks, whereas for SC, ST, PH it is 20 marks, whereas in 2022 it was for general category 30, whereas OBC it is 25, whereas for SC, ST, PH it is 20. And in 2021, the pass mark for general is 30.3 marks, whereas for OBC it is 25, whereas for SC, ST, PH it is 20 marks. Some people have the goal called common admission test to enter the business schools, that is to do the MBA course. So for such examination, they should also know the coaching centers, textbooks available for that. For CAT examination, the famous book is Arun Sharma books, O'Neill Noir books, and they are also providing the online coaching. And there are many YouTube channels covering CAT preparation. Similarly, for civil services, for general studies, there is a book by Tata McGraw-Hills. Similarly, there are some other books available in the market. And there are some YouTube channels for civil services like Insight, and there is another called IAS Baba. Similarly, for staff selection commission, there is a book called R.S. Agarwal. Similarly, there are personal skills which are necessary, like foreign languages. At very low cost, there is a site called rkmath.org, Hyderabad. They provide the foreign languages online coaching for minimum fees like 3,500 per level 1, similarly for level 2, for level 3. So they offer Japan language, German language, French, Chinese language, Swiss language, Hindi, Sanskrit, English. So like this they give the several language coachings. And if the student wants to go abroad or they want to have the wide knowledge, then it's better to know at least a minimum 2 foreign languages by enrolling with this type of organization. Similarly, sometime it is necessary in the life to have the driving license for two-wheelers and four-wheelers, light and heavy. And similarly, there is another certification called HAM, means HAM certification. This is the certification which is necessary to tackle the flood conditions situation. And this also gives the knowledge, real knowledge about the electromagnetic field theory. And there is another certificate offered by Indian government called National Yoga Certification, level 1 and level 2. Similarly, hands-on experience on musical instruments is also necessary in future. Sometimes if there is any possibility to have the modeling certification, do it. Similarly, having the skill of public speaking is necessary in future. Similarly, memberships in JCI, Junior Chambers International. So these people will conduct very good programs to enhance your knowledge Similarly, Lions Club, TTD Seva Service, RK Mat Voluntary Service, Impact Foundations, Voluntary Services. Once you participate in these organizations, you will get a shot of social relations or managing the people. Sometimes it is necessary to know the swimming, means practicing swimming is important. Similarly, having the knowledge, it's not knowledge, practice sports which takes less time, like powerlifting, weightlifting, bodybuilding, is also useful in your future. For some people, they may have the habit called cooking. This is also good. So many of these skills can be learned without paying any price using the YouTube channel called Skill Train. If that is not available, can go through the Google. Google also providing several certification courses at free of cost. So these days, to learn several things or to have the more skills, it is necessary to have the digital literacy, means computer usage. So without computer, it is very difficult to have more skills. Then what is this? So one is desktop or the other is laptop. Suppose you buy the laptop, then the life of it is very short, is not recommended, whereas desktop, it has the long life and safe also. So when you take any computer, whether it is laptop or desktop, it's always preferable to have the official internet total security software for your system. That is, buy it. And some students do not have the financial capacity to purchase the laptop or desktop. In that case, what to do to have the skills? So if the student has the capacity, individually they can buy the laptop or desktop. If the student do not have the financially sound, then such student can have the team of 2 or 4 members and purchase the desktop. And if this is also not possible, for every college there is a library, and in the library there are several computers. So they are normally available or opened from in some colleges in day and night. So in most of the colleges, computers available in the library from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they can use that by staying near to the library or in the campus hostels. So another hurdle that comes into picture for the student to reach their goals is normally journey. They do journey for every day 6 hours to and fro. So it is not recommended. So it is always better to stay near to the college or near to the college campus in the rooms in healthy environment and avoid the long journey for coming to college. So including to and fro, it should be less than 1 hour. So more than 1 hour is not recommended for remarkable progress in the life. Last but not least, that is YouTube channels. So this is Triple E Apple. This is for good for Triple E students, for Triple E subjects, and for all-round subjects. Similarly, for learning English, there is another YouTube channel called Vasista 360 English. Similarly, For other languages, computer languages, physics, etc., there is a YouTube channel called Khan Academy. Similarly, for mathematics, there is a channel called JMT Patrick. Similarly, for many of the engineering subjects, there is a channel called ikida.com. For the students to become entrepreneurs, there is a website called cheddar.com. So where you find the new developments or new inventions. Similarly, to keep your brain sharp or stress free, it is necessary to practice what is called the meditation. You can go through the YouTube channel Power of Meditation, Spiritual Reality, Power of Meditation. So that is there in English. You can practice it. Most of the times, most of the society, they think that by using the mineral water, or we call as many people call as mineral water, it is not mineral water, it is a demineral water. So whatever company you call it, you have to look at its pH value, similarly TDS, similarly what is its electric conductivity as per WHO. All available market products for water like Bisleri, Kinley, etc. If you look at their pH value, it is 4.91. It is not more than 7. So for human being, it is necessary to have the alkaline water. So it should be some around more than 7, like 8, 8.5, like that. But all these artificially available mineral waters, they have the acidic pH, so which is danger to the health of the human being. So it is better to avoid these mineral waters available in the market, RO water. They do not have any proper pH value. They do not have any TDS, I mean allowable TDS. So if you take the only municipal water, tap water, you find the pH value more than 7, that is 7.24 as per WHO. It is more than 6.5 and less than 8.5, so it is within the limit, so it's okay. Similarly, if you put the water in the pot, earth pot, then its pH value increases to 7.76. Again, it is near to the within the limits of WHO. Similarly, for same tap water, the TDS value is 325, and pot water it is 354. Again, it is pot water plus copper plate. In that case, the TDS still reduces, and it is again within the limits of the WHO limits. Similarly, electric conductivity of the water. For tap water, it is 599, and for pot water, it is 651, and for pot water plus copper plate, it is 615. So all this comes under WHO limits, so it's safe. So it is always recommended with a low cost, you can have the water like this. At the maximum, you can uh, heat the water to lukewarm, then take. So avoid this uh, RO water or Bisleri waters, etc., to keep your body healthy. Let me summarize once. We have seen what are the 7 steps required for the college students to succeed in their life without much difficulty, without stress. We have seen what is the necessity of this topic, and we have seen what are the goals and how to look at their goals and how to take care of about their goals, what are the resources available, etc. Similarly, we have seen what is health, what is about body health, physical health, and what is mental health, how to keep the physical health properly and how to keep the mental health properly. And we have seen for good mental health meditation is good, and it should be practiced minimum 15 minutes in the morning and evening for 15 minutes. And we have also see so how the brain works and how to use it. And we have also observed the skills. What are the technical skills? What are the personal skills? Similarly, we have seen how to must get these skills, means how to learn these skills. So for that you need these days computer, and we have seen so there are people affordable to buy, and some people do not have the affordability. So for both the cases it is considered here how to overcome that problem. Similarly, how to reduce the time waste in the journey. And similarly, we have seen what are the different YouTube channels available to reach your goals in the life.